The Diplomat, 12th of March 2024, China suppresses Tibetan opposition to a hydropower project in Dege. China has been a despotic ruler over the people of Tibet and is today an illegal occupier of Tibet. Residents of the Drichu, the Upper Yangtze River, were unhappy about China's proposed Cascade Dam. On February 14, hundreds of Tibetans demonstrated in front of the county administration building in Derge County, Dege in Mandarin, a component of the Garze Tibetan Autonomous Prefecture in Sichuan Province. They wanted the 1.1 million kilowatt hydropower project being built on the Drichu River stopped. Related to this, the demonstrators demanded that the government revoke the directive that thousands of Tibetans be forced to leave Upper Wonto and Shipa villages and 6 significant monasteries, including the Wonto Monastery, which was constructed in the 13th century and contains magnificent murals from that era. Once the dam's reservoir is complete, the villages and monasteries are anticipated to be underwater. Tibetan residents claim that the hydroelectric project has disregarded the monastery's hallowed status and significance to Tibetan Buddhism's culture, religion, and value system. Derge is a part of Kham, a historically Tibetan territory, not the Tibetan Autonomous Territory, whose borders were set by the Chinese Communist Party. There have been numerous peaceful demonstrations against the hydropower project since February 14. However, the government's crackdown is silencing these protests. Local sources claim that the authorities have placed these monasteries under total lockdown and have detained around 1,000 Tibetans, including monks. Since then, a small number of those detained have been freed, albeit with solid instructions not to participate in any more demonstrations. Others who had been severely beaten while in arrest, including a town official and the head administrator of Wonto Monastery. They were moved to a sizable detention facility. One of 13 hydroelectric stations planned on the Drichu River, also called the Yangtze River in Mandarin, is the Gangchuo, Kumtok, hydropower project. China Huadian Group is presently the direct manager of Huadian Yangtze River Upper Reaches Hydropower Development Company, Limited, which is in charge of its development. After reviewing the hydropower planning report for the upper reaches of the Drichu River in November 2011, the National Development and Reform Commission, along with the relevant national ministries and commissions and the provincial governments of Sichuan, the Tibetan Autonomous Region, and Qinghai, decided on the concept of 1 reservoir and 13 levels, with Gangchuo serving as the primary reservoir. In 2016, the hydropower project's pre-feasibility study was finished. The dam is currently being constructed as a part of China's 13th five-year plan. In addition, the 229-meter dam serves as the main reservoir for the south-to-north water diversion project's western channel, which transfers water from the Yangtze to the Yellow River. The swift advancement of hydroelectric plants in Tibet is causing the previously pure and unrestrained rivers to become more controlled. Numerous connected development projects, such as constructing highways, gas stations, and other relevant infrastructure, go hand in hand with the region's hydropower growth. The building is significantly impacting the environment and people. Many of these hydropower dams, planned, under construction, and already in operation, do not have thorough environmental and social impact assessments, (EIAs). The construction of dams in Tibet violates Chinese laws, which cover public interest environmental lawsuits, government environmental disclosures, public input on proposed hydropower projects, and appropriate EIA procedures. Since 2009, China has created 3 action plans about ecological and human rights issues. According to these regulations, the Chinese government is well aware that some special projects, such as plans for hydropower, have a negative environmental impact and directly harm people's rights to the environment. Tibetans who voice their concerns about the effects of these projects shouldn't face legal repercussions. Instead, the Chinese government ought to honor its pledge to advance and defend the rights of Tibetan residents of Tibet.